Hello, welcome to my business podcasts. I am Dr. Audai from Speak English with draudai.com. In this episode, I'll try to give you an overview of bribery and corruption. But first, what do we mean by bribery and corruption? Bribery is the offering, giving, or receiving of any item of value to influence the actions of an official or another person in charge of a public or legal duty. When a person offers, promises, or gives a bribe, it's called active bribery. When a person requests, receives, or accepts a bribe, it's called passive bribery. Researchers found that when bribery becomes part of social norms, then one approach is not enough to tackle bribery due to the existence of different societies in different countries. If severe punishment works in one country, it doesn't necessarily mean that severe punishment would work in another country to prevent bribery. Bribery is everywhere, which seems quite difficult to control. Corruption, on the other hand, is a form of dishonesty or a criminal offense, which is undertaken by a person or an organization. It's entrusted in a position of authority in order to acquire benefits or abuse power of one's gain. Corruption may involve many activities, which include bribery and influence peddling, such as an action to secretly provide a good or service to a third party, to influence certain actions which benefit the corrupt, a third party, or both in which the corrupt agent has authority. Strategies which are undertaken to counter corruption are often summarized under the umbrella term anti-corruption. So how is it possible to prevent bribery and corruption in organizations, corporations, companies, and any kind of business? A lot of financial experts have come up with a huge volume of suggestions. Some are applicable and others are not. The ones I'm going to say in a moment here could be quite sufficient. First is committing. Organizations should have a common culture that there is zero tolerance for bribery and corruption. This could be shown to employees, customers, suppliers, providers, or anyone who is involved in business. Trying to be firm can create an honest and genuine image for organizations and corporations. Second, assessing. What organizations should do is assess their work, staff, and service provided to customers and all partners. Assessment is all about identifying opportunities for improving the business by creating compliance among the team members. Developing compliance among team members requires that staff are aware of the reputation of their organization and the service it provides to the customers. Third, definition. Definition means here is when the management team defines what success means for the organization. This includes defining goals, long and short-term strategies, policies, regulations, etc., etc., all by clearly highlighting the importance of these values for the reputation of the organization. Fifth is measurement. It's when the leadership of an organization checks the impact of drafted policies and regulations on all stakeholders. In other words, there is a chance to look for gaps and delve into bridging these gaps. So the takeaway here is not only to regulate policies to prevent bribery and corruption, it's when all staff in an organization understand the culture of the organization, the reputation of the organization, and most importantly, the aims and values the organization is standing on. Then a sense of compliance will develop for all, which will be reflected on employees, customers, suppliers, and partners where possible. I hope you've enjoyed listening to this short podcast. You can find other podcasts on my Facebook and Instagram page, or you can visit my YouTube channel or platform. Just go to speakenglish with draudai.com. Thanks for listening to this podcast.